How the fuck are we, people?
Amazing.
That's great. I'm glad to hear that. Hey, everybody. Good to see you. Hi, I'm Marcel Kalinovic, the Butcher of Wall Street. Welcome to Boss Blunt's Think Tank. Today, you're going to learn why I sold 1,000 shares of AMC, why a billionaire CEO threatened a United States Congressman, and how and why we're going to be so fucking rich. Let's go, baby. This is a channel for adults, so if the kids are in the room, clear them out. Clear them out, ladies and gentlemen.
Earmuffs, earmuffs.
Shout out to my man Cash Money here with us in the think tank today. Let me adjust this camera a little bit. So as you can see, my man Thomas Peterfy here is a Hungarian-born American billionaire businessman. He's the founder, chairman, and largest shareholder of IBKR, Interactive Brokers. Peterfy worked as an architectural draftsman after emigrating to the U.S. and later became a computer programmer. And allegedly, this text message is from Thomas Peterfy. It says, "What goes on in the House is weakening the party. Unless you vote for Kevin, now we'll never give you any money. Love, big donors, Thomas Peterfy." The same day that was posted, Congressman Andy Ogles said on Facebook, "A Hungarian billionaire just threatened me if I didn't vote for KM." And as you guys know, here, let me move my background. As you guys know, KM is Kevin McCarthy. Big shout out to everybody in the think tank, everybody on YouTube. Welcome to Boss Blunt's Think Tank. What other Hungarian billionaire businessman is going to threaten Congressman Andy Ogles? Oh yeah, and then we have this text message as well. I think it's pretty clear, ladies and gentlemen, if this isn't coercion, it's probably extortion. And these are all allegations because I don't have actual physical proof that this text message belongs to him. But I think it speaks volumes. What do you guys think in the tank? What's the consensus? I think it's pretty fucking likely, especially if Ogles is posting shit like this on Facebook. What do you guys think in the chat? Let me see. Drop it in the chat. You think IBKR CEO is trying to extort or coerce Andy Ogles? As you guys all know, Kevin McCarthy sure as fuck got nominated for the new Speaker of the House, as the newest Speaker of the House, replacing longtime insider trader, for the professional insider trader, Nancy Pelosi. Somebody says, "I think the text is fake. I don't think he'd put his name on it." I don't know, maybe. I think these guys just think they're untouchable. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was some clever Photoshopper or someone that sent a text message from their own phone to get that screenshot. But I don't know that many Hungarian billionaires that could threaten a congressman here in the United States. What are you guys' thoughts before I move on to the next subject here? Oh, somebody says,
Scandalous.
that's fucking scandalous, isn't it? What's going on, Average Ape? Welcome, buddy.
Fuck that corrupt piece of shit.
That's right. That's right. Average Ape, welcome to the stream, my friend. Feel free to jump on the think tank anytime here in the Discord if you feel like it, but another time will work as well. Lucretia Weber, at least we know who they're selling out to. Amen. Your wife's boyfriend says billionaires run the world. That's fucking great. And you ain't lying. But check this out. So there's been a lot of speculation on Binance, right? And especially on their reserves, because it was pretty obvious to most people that were educated in the matter that they weren't really backing 1-to-1 the way that they said they should be. Oh, I'm saving that for later, ladies and gentlemen. It was fairly obvious that the reserves weren't backed 1-to-1. And the CEO, CZ Binance, as you guys would know him on Twitter, seems to have previously stated that they were. And now Binance has finally acknowledged that their stablecoin has not always been properly backed. I'm not surprised at all. And the one thing that does surprise me is that this only has 19 retweets and 77 likes. That is one thing that does surprise me. Something a lot of people might not be aware of. The Biden administration weighs nationwide ban on gas stoves. The admin is preparing to freeze you out of your homes. First, it's the gas stoves. Then it'll be the gas water heaters. Then it'll be the gas heaters for your home. They're going to want everything to run on electricity so they can shut off your electric meter. If the power goes out, a lot of people can still kind of dangerously warm their homes with a gas stove or boil a pot of water, for example. Kind of bring some heat into the home. But you can't do that with electric if your social credit score isn't good enough and the U.S. government, for whatever reason, decides to shut off your ComEd, your electricity bill. This is absolute ridiculous. It is a huge overreach of power, and the U.S. Consumers Protection Agency is being pushed by the Biden administration to ban natural gas stoves. This is an absolute fucking travesty, and I am surprised that more people are not talking about this. This is a lot bigger than just having to use a shitty electric cooktop or an induction cooktop. This is about control of the 99% by the World Economic Forum and their patsies like Trudeau and Biden and Lagarde.
Yeah, fuck the WEF.
Fuck the WEF. Fuck Klaus Schwab. They can all go suck a fat one. Oh, rest in peace, Credit Suisse. Credit Suisse is still trying to recoup about 2.6 billions with an S after building up an exposure of $10 billion to Greensill in the years leading up to its collapse. Full disclosure, I have Credit Suisse puts for March 2023. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't do what I do. This is just a disclosure because I've previously stated that I have puts on Credit Suisse. If those assets were to decrease by just 25%, the loss would be greater than the market cap of this company. A quote from the Margin Call film. In other crypto news, a huge shakeup is happening right now in Crypto.com. Crypto.com yesterday at 2:47 in the morning emailed users to advise them that Tether will no longer be supported on Crypto.com. On January 31st, 2023, at 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, USDT Tether, the stablecoin, will be delisted and all DT transactions will be suspended. They say, please take urgent action to review your USDT balance and take any necessary action before the effective date. Honestly, if you want my opinion, if you've got money on a cryptocurrency exchange or crypto on a cryptocurrency exchange, you need to think twice and do some more due diligence and think if that's really where you want to hold your cryptocurrencies. Also, I don't have this on my screen, but I received an email today from Gemini, who lost a lot of money along with DCG to the FTX debacle, that Gemini is now going to begin accepting Tether and Tether purchases on their exchange. I think that they're over $1 billion underwater, and this is a desperate reach for liquidity by Gemini, even though they know that Tether is likely to go bankrupt. And when Tether does go bankrupt, they're going to take a lot of things with it, like Bitcoin and all the other shit coins. I'm not saying Bitcoin is a shit coin, but it's going to take the big players and the little players down with it. So sleep on that. Do some due diligence on that, baby. But yeah, as of yesterday, Tether is no longer being supported on certain crypto exchanges, namely Crypto.com. I think the #1 largest exchange in the world. And if you guys want to know why I sold the 1000 Ape, you're going to have to sit tight a little bit longer as we get through these tabs. I've got about 20 more tabs to go. Well, I don't know if I said AMC or Ape right now, but I meant to say AMC. I sold 1,000 shares of AMC today. I still hold 5x shares of AMC and Ape. Way, way more than 10,000 shares, even after that. But I'll explain why in a few minutes. Now, if you've been watching this channel for a while, you would know that I'm a former real estate broker. I was a real estate broker after 2008. And the real estate market crash, in my opinion, is incoming. 4 out of 5 multifamily homes that were underwritten by Mark here, who is an underwriter of multifamily homes, last week were underwater on their bridge loans. This is a huge sign, a gigantic red flag as to what's currently happening. He says, I've underwritten 5 multifamily properties in the last week that were purchased in 21 and early 22. 4 out of the 5 are worth less than the in-place bridge debt. Buckle your seatbelts. Even his Twitter handle's multifamily Mark. I've been following this guy for quite a little while. And Ferda says he's not wrong. Everything's overvalued. As long as the risk appears to be appropriate, banks are going to lend because of higher rates and the suckers who they loan to. Prepayment penalties and refinance clauses. That's all I'm saying. You know, and he's got a great point. I don't think that Mark's wrong at all. I think that Mark's right on the fucking money. Brian says, I bought your 1,000 shares of AMC, FYI. Fuck yeah, Brian. That's a true ape right there. United States apartment leasing traffic plunges to lowest level in a decade. I did lease apartments. I bought and sold. I helped people buy and sell apartments and homes and lease homes as well in downtown Chicago. $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month single bedroom apartments and more expensive and larger units as well. But it was a regular thing where, you know, I would rent out $4,000 or $5,000 one-bedroom apartments in downtown Chicago. And as of right now, the numbers that we're seeing on leads and guest cards created per unit by quarter in United States apartment leasing traffic has plunged to the lowest level in a decade, the lowest since the fourth quarter of 2013. In addition to the major issues we're seeing in housing, this is becoming a regular sight in your grocery store. Tell me if I'm wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Costco, Walmart, my local Aldi that I was just at 2 days ago. I love Aldi. It doesn't matter how much money I make. I'm always going to be a fucking bargain shopper. Aldi's and Safeway were all out of eggs. All out of eggs. If you're smart, like my friend Zumbach over here, you've got fucking chickens. If you're even half smart, you've got to deal with a local farmer where you can pick up some eggs. If you're a dumbass, well, good luck to you. I know in the cities it's hard to get a deal with local farmers to find eggs or even egg whites at this point. But yeah, this isn't an isolated thing here. Here's another one. This Wall Street Silver posted, this Costco is now completely sold out of eggs. 2020, toilet paper. 2023 is going to be a run on eggs. Get yours now. Part of this is avian flu and reduced numbers production. But I would like to expand on that. You can thank the World Economic Forum for burning down supply chain, distribution, and warehouses and not causing the avian bird flu, right? But actually pushing the slaughter of thousands of chickens that don't have to be killed. Because if one chicken out of 1 million in a flock has the avian bird flu, the rest are not tested, even if the other 999,999 chickens are free of the flu. They all have to be put down. But check this out. Yeah, it's as simple as this. Costco no tiene huevos. No tienen huevos en el Costco. Híjole de chingada. Chingada madre. Mira. No eggs, motherfucker. They had to cordon it off with yellow tape at this Costco. And they put an employee in front of it to make sure that people don't go over there trying to, grab at the rest of the stuff that's stashed up there. Check out the grade A eggs. Last price of $3.58. I'm seeing an all-time high here. $3.58, the national average, down from about $1.25 just a couple years ago here. $1.25 during 2020. Now $3.58, and you can think, a lot of people think, inflation, eggs are getting more expensive. Yes, but not really. Eggs aren't getting more expensive. The value of your dollar is declining because of the Biden administration's $1.7 trillion omnibus bill. The value of your dollar is declining because they're sending hundreds of billions of dollars to Ukraine in order to launder money and push their best friends into power and make sure that they maintain CIA and Pentagon-sponsored biolaboratories in Ukraine. If this sounds wild to you, you've got a lot of homework to do. A lot. This is the search term for egg shortage on Google. You can see Colorado, Alaska, Wyoming, North Dakota, and Nebraska. They all have very healthy numbers of farms. But even still, they are the ones that are searching more for egg shortage. And you can see the egg shortage search term going up greatly from October 22nd through today. Now the story count. Look, in 2015, the last time we heard of the bird flu, the story count on the mainstream media news was pretty high. Now look at what the fuck we're seeing. And it's not just a short time. This time, the time period in which they're talking about egg shortages is about twice what it was back in 2015. Two weeks at this Costco in Southern California and still no fucking eggs. They have milk and a couple of boxes of egg whites. Creamers, not a single egg. Here's another store. Not sure if this is Mariano's or Safeway here, but here's another store just now, also on Twitter, completely out of eggs. I don't really want to panic, says Romeo Reyes on Twitter, but Costco is out of eggs and egg whites. Sorry for the inconvenience. You will eat the bugs. Tom Young Soup. Costco has no eggs. And they had a limit of 2. It's not like one person's running in there buying fucking 50 cartons. Easy2120 said, egg section of the store I was in tonight had plenty. Prices were okay. I'm glad to hear that, buddy. Really am. But it could be just Costco. But as I told you, my local Aldi had no eggs. My local Walmart had very few. Costco was out of eggs. Safeway is out of eggs. And a couple others that I mentioned. I don't even remember right now. Joshua says, only half and half. No eggs at Costco. Anyways, you guys get the point, right? Be prepared. Food is a tangible asset, and you may not be able to have a ton of eggs on hand at all time to last you a year, but people can have some food and good storages of food. You should have boxes of dehydrated food and things with long shelf lives. You should have, all sorts of things that, dehydrated potatoes, mac and cheese, pastas, salsas, sauces too. Things like that. You can have egg whites and eggs that last, a couple months, 2-3 months. Get deals with your local farmers. This guy, I can understand gas or toilet paper, but come on, eggs? Before Easter too? It looks like large eggs were $5.17 over here, and these are $7.64, and they're all out. Survival buckets, says Luke Moonwalker. Yeah, you know what? My friend here, Cash Money, put me onto survival buckets. And I decided, those look great and all, but I just went ahead and used the survival buckets as a guide for myself to figure out what I wanted to buy. Then I went to the store and bought it, filled up my deep freezer in the garage, filled up several shelves out in the garage with other, canned goods, all sorts of things that have a long shelf life. Tugs says, not only is an 18-pack of eggs $8, there's now signs all over the place. Costco can't even keep their eggs in stock past 8:30 a.m. We need to be talking about this more. He says, I don't care what the president and his people say. It's getting worse, not better.
Yeah, we're in the beginning.
They have a limit of 4 per customer at Smith's. Yeah, it's just the beginning, right?
Yeah.
So, as you can see, the economic contraction and the food shortages, as well as the real estate issues, are extremely real. It's not something that's going to disappear overnight. There are less people looking for apartments, there are less people looking for homes, and sadly, a lot of homeless people. It is not expected to turn around for a long, long time, at least not in my eyes. And I've got a pretty good pulse on the heartbeat here of the economy, I'd say. Especially since I was telling all of you guys back in July of 2021 that inflation and hyperinflation was about to begin to destroy this country. A lot of people didn't believe me, but they definitely changed their tune in the beginning of 2022. Because as usual, we called it. Jake at MKRK says AMC is currently at the same market cap as when Wanda acquired it in 2012 of around $2.6 billion. Press release, Wanda acquisition, May 20, 2012, $2.6 billion. In inflation adjusted dollars, that comes out to $3.37 billion. That's around AMC's current market cap. Wanda was contributing about $500 million yearly for renovations and improvements. That's $648.3 million over 6 years. $3.89 billion. $3.89 billion is what Wanda put into AMC, and they made a pretty penny when they sold the rest of their shares as well. AMC completed the acquisition of Carmike Theaters for $1.1 billion in 2016. And then AMC acquired Odeon UCI Cinemas Group for $1.2 billion in 2016. Citigroup Global Markets facilitated the debt financing, and they served as the exclusive financial advisor to AMC for this transaction. This was for using APE in order to issue APE as well. Oh, sorry, this is in regards to the debt financing for Odeon UCI, and they also were in charge of selling 400 million APE that even more recently allowed AMC to pay off hundreds of millions of dollars in debt, saving them tens of millions, if not hundreds of million dollars in interest payments. It was a great move on AMC, even if retail investors don't understand that. I'm personally the CEO of several multi-million dollar companies, let's put it that way. And I understand what it takes to run a successful business, and even one that is struggling, because I have struggled in the past. I come from a poor family. I come from absolutely nothing. But I have made something of myself through sacrifice, hard work, and intelligence. Lots and lots of sacrifice. And I understand that sometimes a company has to sell shares or dilute in order to pay off debt, like AMC has done with APE. Too many people don't realize that AMC selling APE is dilution. So if you're thinking that a reverse split is bad or dilution of AMC is bad, why the fuck are you even in AMC now? Because AMC is already diluting with APE. And for me, I don't care. That's fine. But I also think that a conversion of APE to AMC shares and a reverse split of AMC of a 1 to 10 shares would be extremely good for AMC's bottom line. And as a byproduct, as a retail investor that holds 5x shares of AMC, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of AMC and APE shares, and long calls, it's very bullish for me. So I look forward to AMC doing a conversion of APE to AMC, reverse split, and dilution. And again, if I wasn't clear, look at it this way. My friend Tony DeNaro, on a space call we did a few days ago, made it even more obvious. APE and AMC are both the underlying assets of the derivatives baskets AMC1. AMC1 is the real value of AMC. You cannot have AMC without APE, and you cannot have APE without AMC. Together they equal AMC1. And when APE is diluted in selling shares for them to pay off debt at 66 cents or $1.50 or $5 a share, whatever, the fact of the matter is that is dilution, and it will increase your dollar cost average of APE, most likely. A lot of people have seen that recently because that's what dilution does. Now, what people don't realize is that AMC would have to sell off tens of billions of shares of APE at the current price of around $1.40 in order to pay off even half their debt. But if they do a conversion of APE to AMC on a 1-to-1 basis, and then a reverse split of 1-to-10, and then dilute, they only have to sell 50 million shares in order to pay off $2.5 billion worth of debt if that price 10x is from $5 a share to $50 a share. Right, Cash?
Yeah.
In addition, it would turn around 1.4 billion shares of AMC and APE combined into only 140 million shares of AMC. AMC would receive a new QSIP number.
Totally fuck the short.
It would totally fuck the shorts. People keep saying,
share location.
yeah, share location is going to be very difficult when there's 10 times fewer fucking shares out there. You think the short exempts are high now? You think the number of shorts and naked shorts are high now? Sure they are. And they're going to be even higher when there's 10 times fewer shares. And the share price, which a lot of people in a very uneducated way say that they're going to lose 10 times their shares without mentioning that their current share price would also increase by 10 times. I don't care if I go from, I'm going to use this as a rough number, I've got more than 10,000, but I'm going to say I don't care if I go from 10,000 shares of AMC and APE down to 1,000 shares of AMC after a conversion and a reverse split. I don't care. I don't care if I went from 1,000 shares to 100 shares, because my dollar cost average that I originally my dollar amount that I originally put in would not change, but the current share price would increase 10 times. In addition, because there are 10 times fewer shares of the float available, there would have to be more naked shorts at a higher cost to borrow and cause greater volatility and a higher floor for me as a retail investor personally. So if right now a lot of people are saying, oh, I was going to sell at $1,000 a share, and now I have to wait till $10,000 a share. We haven't seen $1,000 a share yet. So what makes you think that there's a guarantee that you'll ever see $1,000 a share without a reverse split? There's no guarantees in the stock market. None. And if AMC continues at its current pace, getting naked shorted and spoofed, ladder attacked, rehypothecations going on with all these shares, the chances of it going up organically are few and far between right now, because the market makers and the hedge funds allegedly are going to keep that price down. And I say allegedly for my own legal liability, to absolve myself of liability. But a conversion of APE to AMC 1-to-1 and then a reverse split of 1-to-10 would cause a QSIP number change. And people like to think that a QSIP number changing would send shares to a warehouse, send naked shorts into a warehouse where they can't be covered. Well, the broker dealers are going to want those short positions to be closed. It doesn't matter if the SEC or FINRA give two shits about them. The broker dealers and the borrowers like BlackRock and IBKR and any of these companies that own lots of shares of AMC and APE and have lent them out, they're going to want those shares to be returned to them. And the shorts are going to be able to buy them or just simply return them to them because they're already being lent those shares, so they have them. But the naked shorts would have to go out onto the market and fetch those shares at any price. Now there will be 10 times fewer shares, or at least the threat of 10 times fewer shares happening. So you really have to think, really have to think hard. Where's the guarantee that AMC would go to $1,000 or $10,000 or $100,000 a share? There's none, because there's no guarantees in the stock market. None. And if you think there are, you're fucking kidding yourself.
Well, more importantly, it doesn't change the amount of synthetics that will remain the same.
Yeah, a lot of people are trying to claim that there will be fewer synthetics. That's not the case. The number of synthetics are not going to change. Even if they were consolidated, even if it did reduce the number of synthetics 10 times, the value of each synthetic that needs to be returned or delivered increases 10 times. Even if the value of, if the number of shorts decreases 10 times, the dollar amount of those shorts is the same. And it is now more expensive with a higher cost to borrow because there are 10 times fewer shares, and it's at a 10 times higher price. And also that equals exponentially higher potential for the share price to go up much greater than 10 times higher floor than it would have without a reverse split. But you will see shills and uneducated people fail to mention these factors. I greatly believe that AMC would exceed $1,000 a share. Yes, I do, even without a reverse split. But if the ceiling was at $1,000 a share, let's say, now I think the ceiling is way higher than $10,000 a share. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I will lick my ice cream before it melts. I will take my profits as I see fit. And at the current rate, I will be a billionaire by the time we get to $350 a share on AMC. If this changes and there's a 1 to 10 reverse split, then I will be a billionaire by the time AMC gets to $3,500 a share. And I'm fine with that. I've got no problems, no qualms there. That doesn't include selling shares. That's just off my long calls. That's not having sold a single fucking share. At that price, I will be a billionaire without having sold a single fucking share. God damn, we're going to be so fucking rich.
Yes, the rumors are true. We're going to be filthy fucking rich.
And even more good news, Zoombach wanted to see this real bad. We've got the missing link between Citadel and FTX. This man is about to spill the fucking beans. He's listed as the president of the Michigan branch of West Realm Shire Services, Inc., SBF and FTX Company. Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX Company associated with FTX and Alameda Research and the FTT token. Also, he was the former head of trading tech at Jane Street for 8 years. Huge shout out to Crystal Ball 93 on Twitter for coming up with this. But he's got it all right here. All the receipts, Brett Harrison of West Realm Shire Services. Along with Samuel Bankman-Fried, the treasurer and director. What kind of a treasurer has no idea what's going on financially in his company? A fucking criminal, because he knew exactly what was going on. As well did Brett Harrison. And Brett Harrison is about to roll on SBF and Citadel Securities. Jane Street, Headland Technologies. Software developer from Harvard University. President of FTX US for 1 year and 5 months. And 1 year and 9 months at the Chicago branch here in my hometown of Chicago with Citadel Securities. He was the head of semi-systematic technology. What do you think that means? Algorithms. Algorithms. Fuck you, Brett Harrison. Fuck you, Ken Griffin. I want my fucking money, and I'm not fucking leaving.
Fuck you, Kenny.
That's what I'm talking about. Johnny Bravo, cue the fire.
It's a fire.
I want to give a big shout out to my man Randall Cornett, okay? Because he came up with some great information. Him, Matt R3232, and Randall Cornett together put together this incredible piece of due diligence. Now, this everything going on right now in financial markets and with AMC and GameStop especially is retail backed. And we are finding out all the criminality and all the manipulation because of the things that retail, like guys like Matt R3232, Randall Cornett, myself, and all the other AMC Bigums and all the other good YouTubers and due diligence finders out there are coming up with together. It is a team effort. I have my money, you have yours, but together, like my man Wolfie AMC likes to say, we are the whale. We are the whale. The biggest hedge fund in the world at this point is over 4 million retail investors in AMC. And then whoever knows however many millions more in GameStop and MMAT, BBIG, Sundial, Tilray, OCGN, Mullen. The list goes on. There's so many meme stocks. This data is not for the faint of heart, says Randall. Made a key for those who are interested with the help of Matt R32. This is how you guys can read the 606 reports. And let me tell you, multiple 12 million plus share days, Citadel is executing orders all over in different spread ranges. If this looks like a bunch of like mishmash and you don't understand what this is because it's probably pretty small on your screen, this is the actual way that market makers' codes are written and shared between computer systems, okay, from fields 1 through 26, okay, and it explains clearly. This isn't some bullshit little graphic. This is, each one of these has been gone through by these guys and clarified what row and column each one of these numbers means. As you can see, row 4 is the next field shall be the symbol assigned to an individual security under the National Market System Plan, pursuant to which the consolidated best bid and offer, the NBBO, for such security are disseminated on a current continuous basis, AMC, right? And then you've got all sorts of other numbers. The number of cover orders, the number of canceled orders, etc. And I will tell you, there is proof here that market makers and hedge funds allegedly are spoofing AMC, because in November of 2022, there was over 32 million canceled orders. That's not individual shares. That's total number of orders. Each one of those orders could have had 100,000, 50,000, a million, 12 million shares inside of it. And there was 32 million canceled orders in November of 2022 alone.
Somebody been lying on their book report.
Yeah, someone's been fucking lying, man. And I'm not. Let me tell you, why am I not worried? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not worried because it looks like Citadel and Melvin Capital, again allegedly, created a fund to hold Gabe Foreskin's AMC and GameStop short positions. Because had they not, it would have brought down the entire financial system. Melvin Capital and Kenneth Cordell, Bedpost Griffin, are busted. Huge shout out to Cat Stryker for organizing the Macy's Day Parade trucks. We had 3 of these trucks, these mobile billboards, in which you guys saw me riding around with them and doing live streams out in front of the Macy's Day Parade in New York City. We traveled all around town, Times Square, and got shots in all the best spots, and had hundreds of thousands of people looking, walking by, staring. We got to interact and talk with a bunch of them, and I got even more chance to talk to people off camera. People were just coming up to me, asking me, what's going on? Oh, somebody even came up to me and said, oh, that's Ken Griffin, right? That's the Citadel guy, right? Yeah. I'm like, yeah, man. He was like, didn't he just buy like $100 million home in Florida? I'm like, yep, he sure did. He goes, oh yeah, he's got a home right over here. He's talking, or his apartment, he said, in New York City. Here, huge shout out to Vicky Laquetta. Again, this is a huge movement by retail investors, and I'm proud to be a retail investor. Vicky Laquetta found the actual entities, Citadel KW Melvin Holdings, They changed their name from Citadel Kensington Melvin Holdings, Citadel KGOH Limited Holdings, LLC, multiple times on January 25th, 2021, January 28th, 2021, January 29th, 2021, out of the state of Delaware. Now, they were smart because they used a registered agent in order to hide their names off these documents, but they weren't that smart.
The names they painted like the first name.
Yeah. Fucking pricks could not come up with a different name other than Citadel Kensington Melvin Holdings LLC on January 29th. Are you fucking kidding me?
Really clever.
Thanks for making it real fucking easy, Kenneth and Gabe Foreskin. You guys are the best. Thanks to you and your manipulation, guys like us and ladies like you and guys like you have a good chance of being filthy motherfucking rich. And again, I'm not concerned about the manipulation because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have the opportunity that I currently have. The liquidity fairy creating synthetic shares is not a remedy for the problems on the stock market. It will only exacerbate the volatility, which is pretty damn good for my bottom line. Good job, the SEC. You've let the market makers break the fucking stock market. Cheers, buddy. Huge shout out to Idaho Bob for making the badass snowman and having the color changing mug. We're going to be so fucking rich. That's going to be a nice memento for when he's a 100 millionaire. What's that, bro?
So goddamn.
Shit. Music to my ears. Now, we tried to warn people about the vax. We tried to warn them about Ukraine. We tried to warn them about Biden. We tried to warn them about China. We tried to warn them about the stock market crash, which hasn't completed, but it has started. And we called that shit at the end of 2021, before it began.
I'm gonna call you Cassandra.
You might as well, because too many people don't fucking believe. And they're the ones that are getting smashed in their 401ks and pensions and IRAs and thrift savings plans right now. We tried to warn them about the World Economic Forum. And you know what? Dear Klaus, we the people have reviewed your proposal for the Great Reset, and we regret to inform you that we will have to decline at this time. Although we did find a free trial of the NWO very interesting, we have decided instead to go with The Great Awakening. Yours sincerely, the motherfucking apes. Go fuck yourself, Klaus. Oh, and don't forget, Thomas Peterfy, CEO of IBKR, who allegedly threatened Congressman Andy Ogles to force him to vote for Kevin McCarthy. Go fuck yourself, too. I will not eat Z-bugs. But I'm not done. But wait, there's more. We tried to warn people about the central bank digital coins before the Fed even started talking about them. We tried to warn people about stable coins before old Yeller even came out in September of 2021 during the CARES Act and testified in front of Congress that the top two threats to the global financial system are 1, stable coins, and 2, over-leveraged hedge funds. We tried to warn people about hedge funds. We tried to warn people about inflation before it became hyperinflation. We tried to warn people about real estate before property values started tanking. And we've been trying to warn them about the mother of all short squeezes in AMC, GameStop, and 100 other fucking meme stocks. But this right here, motherfucker, these are the real dangers. Not because I did anything, not because you did anything. But if buying and holding breaks the system was already broken to begin with. Period. I want my fucking money. I sold today, full disclosure, today I sold 1,000 shares of AMC. 1,000 shares of AMC on my IBKR account. I realized just under $6,000 in losses. And then I took that money and I bought 2,500 shares of APE, and I've got $600 left in the account for tomorrow to buy more APE. I bought APE at $1.38, more APE at $1.38 a share. So I still have, on that one account, I still have over 6,000 shares of AMC, around 6,000 or so shares of APE. And I've got other brokerage accounts that have hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of long calls and shares. Aside from that, I'm not going to sell all my AMC, but I said, hey, why not? I also injected $5,000 more of liquidity this week, and I bought another 110 contracts of close to the money and kind of mid-range and deep out of the money call contracts that expire in 2024 for AMC 1, because AMC 1 is the real fucking deal. It is the combined value of the underlying assets, AMC and APE, and I stand by that. So today I sold 1,000 shares of AMC. I bought 2,500 shares of APE. I have still almost $600 left in that account with which to buy more APE tomorrow. And I still maintain hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of AMC and APE and long calls of AMC 1 that will give me 100 shares of APEs and 100 shares of AMC once exercised, because I fully intend to exercise those shares right up the market makers' asses and right up the broker dealers' asses in order to cause more gamma so that I can make myself more fucking money. Period. Period.
I'm trying to get the money printer.
Janet, Jerome, get that fucking money printer, because you're going to fucking need it to bail out the DTCC, to bail out all these assholes, these hedge funds, these prime brokers. They're all going to need a fucking bailout. Don't forget about the broker dealers, because they're all going to need a fucking bailout. Virtue, Citadel, any of these companies that are short, Susquehanna, State Street, some of these hedge funds might go under, but for now, they might pull, Citadel Securities might pull in record profits because they're selling securities that they have not yet purchased. Anybody can sell securities and not yet purchased, that have not yet been purchased, if they've got enough money to trade, to do these trades, you know, if they've got sufficient collateral to trade in the markets. Tyler B says, no one cares you sold AMC. As a matter of fact, I disagree. The SEC cares that I sold AMC, because people right here in this channel in one sitting watched me buy $100,000 worth in one moment, in 1 minute of AMC and APE. So it is my obligation in order to tell them that I sold even a single share of AMC. So even though you don't understand this, because you're not, a financial advisor and you're not well invested in the markets or well educated in the markets, I have a obligation for myself, because I am not front running trades and I am not lying to people. I have an obligation to myself and to retail investors to let them know that I sold 1,000 out of my 5x shares of AMC and APE in order to buy 2,500 more shares of APE, have some more cash to buy more APE, and then I injected an additional $5,000 into one of my other brokerage accounts, and I bought another 110 contracts of AMC 1, and I've still got I've got several thousand still left in that account with which to buy more, and I intend to do so. Where we're going, we don't need any fucking SEC. Where we're going, we don't need FINRA. I fully expect there to be a shitload of halts. I fully expect the volatility to be absolutely fucking insane. And I don't expect that a conversion or a reverse split will cause the MOAS. I do suspect it will cause a short squeeze.
Yeah, really shake the pillars of heaven with this one.
Absolutely, my friend. We're going to shake the system to its core, because we didn't cause the problem. We're not the cause. We are the cure. Period. We are the whale.
We are the whale.
You fucking know it, my friend. And because of everything that you just heard me say about broker dealers and market manipulation, I'm currently working, since September of 2021, I'm currently working on a new broker dealer. We are not currently and not yet licensed by FINRA. I am legally obligated to tell you that Lit Exchange is not a licensed broker-dealer. But we are in the development phases, and we expect to be licensed by FINRA in the coming months. I'm currently working on getting my Securities Industry Essentials exam, as well as my Series 7, Series 63, and Series 24 financial advisor certificates, so that I can work on the floor of this broker-dealer as the chief executive officer, because those are legal requirements from FINRA and from the SEC. So I'm not yet a financial advisor, but pretty soon I will be. And as usual, I will keep you guys informed, because it is my legal obligation to do so. I fully expect to see a court case in the near future, but not because I did anything wrong, but simply because I'm going to make hundreds of millions of fucking dollars, if not billions, because I'm here for billions with an S. And I do suspect that the SEC will probably pull me out in front of Congress, just like they did with Roaring Kitty and Michael Burry, and have an investigation. And I'm sure that I will pass that with flying colors, just like I passed my IRS audit with flying fucking colors. I'm not concerned. I do everything legally and by the book, and I sleep good at night knowing that. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like more information, you can check out Lit Exchange LLC on Twitter, litexchange.app online, and you can sign up for the beta tester sign up. There's only a few slots left. Only the first 15,000 emails will be contacted to apply to be for beta testing, to apply for beta tester when it becomes available. This is not a solicitation to buy, sell, or hold any securities of any kind. Again, this is my legal obligation to inform you that we are not yet a licensed broker-dealer. Ladies and gentlemen, I firmly believe that we're going to be so fucking rich. And that's why I have so much money invested in AMC and APE. And I'm not over leveraged. I have other hedges in the stock market, outside of the stock market, in many, many different forms and assets.
So how would someone buy AMC one? They want to know how.
Oh, well, certain broker dealers won't even let you buy AMC one. Like IBKR, I still have AMC ones because I had the AMC call contracts from before the split, and some of those became AMC one. But on others, such as Schwab and Fidelity and Webull and so on, you can buy them. But I do know that on like Webull and such and a couple others, you actually have to physically call in and say, I want to buy AMC one. AMC one. You cannot, one person could not go online and buy them. That's not the case with Schwab and Fidelity. They have certain options. On Fidelity, I believe they're called adjusted options. And on Schwab, they're called AMC one. And there are other broker dealers out there as well where you could purchase them. And then some like Robinhood and IBKR where you can't purchase them whatsoever because they're over leveraged as fuck. And they're worried that guys like me are going to exercise these call contracts and shove them up their fucking ass. On that note, everybody, I wish you peace and fucking wealth. Have a great day. Feel free to sign up for the Lit Exchange .app beta testing sign up if you'd like to have more information. We will be sending that out as soon as possible. Thank you, Dana, Diaz, Lee, Evan, Eli. You guys are incredible. I truly appreciate all of your support. And if you guys have any questions, please drop them down in the comments. Again, like I said, there's no way that I'm going to sell all my AMC to get APE because the conversion might never happen. It may not pass. It may not even be brought up to a vote. Do I believe it will? Yes. Do I know that Antera Capital is expected to vote yes with 167 million shares for the 3 proposals? Yes. But does that mean it's a guarantee? No. Because as I've said before, nothing in the stock market is a guarantee. And I wouldn't have put even a single penny into anything in the stock market if I wasn't ready to lose it. Thank you. Thank you, my friends. I wish you all peace and fucking wealth. Have a great day. Have a great evening. I'm going to go put my kids to bed. I'm going to enjoy my fucking life. I'm going to day trade the shit out of some other stocks so I can make more money. But you know what? I almost forgot. I actually did forget. This is not exclusive to AMC and GameStop. But what did happen after AMC and GameStop? Squoze in January of 2021, and again also in June of 2021. Stocks like Ocugen ran up 5,259%, Bionanogenomics 2,894%, iBio 40, Vaxart 347, Inovio, Zynga ran up, Tilray 1,083%, and Tilray is currently getting into alcoholic beverages and all sorts of other things. There's some really current bullish news on Tilray that I wanted to discuss, but I'll save that for the next stream. Make sure you guys subscribe and click that stupid bell if you want notifications on my next stream. I hate saying stupid shit like that, but it's the only way to get them. You know, it's the only way to get those notifications. Kronos Group up 188, New Age 72%, FSD Pharma 121, Hexo 264, Neptune 75, Organigram 400%. Why did this happen? Because AMC and GameStop caused the shorts to get squoze on many, many stocks because they were fucking margin called. And when the stock market crashes or any other event happens, whether it be many other events combined, like cryptocurrency exchanges and Evergrande, whose bankruptcy court is coming out in March of 2023, bankruptcy court proceedings in March of this year, anything could cause a stock market crash that would make Lehman Brothers and Bear Stearns look like fucking child's play. Blink Charging, STEM, 678%, 414%. Aero, 328. Viking, 74%. CPS Technologies, 1,400%. Gevo, 1,388%. Orbital Energy, 1,250%. All of these happened the week, February 8th through February 20th, pretty much. The week after these stocks came back. The week after, AMC and GameStop ran, all of these stocks also started a run. Meanwhile, as you guys saw just a little while ago, on January 29th, 2010, Ken Griffin, Citadel, Kensington, Melvin Holdings, between Melvin Capital and Citadel Securities, on January 29th, 2021, were most likely, allegedly, hiding short positions in order so that they would not show up on Citadel Securities books. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be so motherfucking rich. Have a great day. Wish you peace and wealth. I'm out of here. Enjoy yourselves. Don't sweat the details. I'm not worried about Intara. I'm not worried about AMC. I'm not worried about Ape.
Cue the fire. Cue the
Let's fucking go! Let me so goddamn rich.
I think it's time to blow this thing. Get everything stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Be fucking rich. I want my fucking money. Pay me my fucking money. Griffin, I want my fucking money. Motherfucker. Holy shit, we're gonna be so fucking rich. Cheers, motherfuckers. This one's for you.
Oh, cheers, brother.
Griffin, I want my fucking money.
You're an original,
Hey,
aren't
yelling,
you?
cowboy. Give me the fucking money. Get the goddamn money printer out.
Great.
goddamn money printer out.